Hello to all of you guys, and today we're going to talk about something interesting. But first, I have to say I'm not a financial advisor and don't take any legal responsibility for what I'm about to say in the video. So let's start. Um, just my opinion. Okay. As you can see, oil is really down from its 66 days. That was about, if you could see, 1 year. That was about here, and somewhere about here, I don't know, here, yeah. And as you can see, just like started falling here, had a little bit of upside and just starting falling here again. So as you can see, a lot of indexes are down too, not like certainly here. Just let me find it. Actually, here you can see those. Let's find it just a sec. Here you can see a lot of the indexes are down. The market is just completely crashing. And I want to talk about something interesting. As you can see, this index, small cap or US 2000 or US small cap 2000. What is interesting about that you can buy, I think, call options for $100 per call option for with the expiration date of 1 year from now. And as you can see, the index was pretty much crashed too. It fell about 50%, a little bit more, 50 something, from its tops. And as you can see, something interesting with that index, that's a lot of oil companies in this index are like a part of this index. Let me find it. Here you can see Advance Energy. A lot of oil companies and more companies that got hurt from that crash. Every company got hurt because the market is pretty much closed. But I think in the point you should start buying calls or buying like the asset itself is around the time that Italy starts to show like progress in terms of like getting it like restrained all the situation there, like China did. At least that's what they showed, but I believe it pretty much. I'm talking about like how do I say, and like that China, like the number of sick people each day just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. In the time that you can see like the Italy number of people that got sick getting smaller and smaller, that's the time that you should start buying. And when you see the number of sick people in Italy get smaller for a couple of days straight, and the panic in the US get to the tops, just people cannot stop getting they like panic, everyone in self quarantine in the house and all of that. That's pretty much what we got here, what we got today. But I'm talking like really bad in US, and the situation in Italy will get better. If it will get better, if you start to see it get better, this is the time you should buy. Let me show you the map for now. Italy. No, let's do COVID-19 real-time map here. That should be good. I don't see it. Here, that should be good. Confirmed cases. So the situation is not good. As you can see, Italy got a lot of cases, but as you can see, if we will pick Italy and it can show us let's look it up. Not China, Italy, okay. So if Italy start to show some recovery in terms of the people that got sick every day, it will be really good, because it will show that we can go like we can like go through that. And something interesting about Italy, they have a tendency to like they're not good with like sick like how do I call it? They're not good like with all the situation, because as you can see in the Spanish flu, there was Italy was one of the countries that got hurt a lot, and of course it was like a lot of almost 100 years ago, but it shows something about them. And another thing is they have a tendency to a lot of people die in Italy from the flu, from the regular flu too. Of course, the coronavirus is a lot different, but just show you that Italy was one of the worst countries that they can eat them, because their health system and how they live and everything is the worst. How do I say it? Like, it's built in the worst way, because it will make the all coronavirus and all that to spread more and in their country. So they will have a hard time with that. But if they can win, and like if they can get their numbers better, that's mean that every country can do it. As so, if you see that Italy get their numbers better and the US start to be at the tops of the panic, that's the time you should start buying, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not taking any legal responsibility for that, but that's my opinion. Because China did start to recover. Right now, I think they should like be scared from those other countries. But China is a little bit different, because they have more power in terms of they can quarantine the country, the whole country, and people cannot say no. In Italy and other countries is a little bit different, because they can be hard on the people and the citizen, but not as China, if you got me there. So I don't think it's essentially a bad thing that the government has so much power in there, but I think in that case it's really good, and a lot of other cases it's good. But as you can see, China doesn't get a lot of like more sick people in terms of like the country itself. Then Italy will go far away from those numbers. But and the population is a lot bigger in China. So if you take it as a percentage, the percentage in Italy it's a lot bigger. And what I wanted to say is that if you start seeing the numbers became good in Italy, and the numbers in the US starting to get like really bad, that's the time you should start buying. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you, and see you in the next time. Have a good day.